Hello friends, welcome to Suprabha Academy's MPSC English medium course. Since the prelims is already over and you're going for the mains, and also many of the students might have taken geography as an optional subject, today we'll be speaking about certain concepts in geography and how you can get some extra marks over others by writing a few words mentioning a certain concept in your answers. Okay, so let's discuss one such topic from paper 1 physical geography, that is isostasy. What is isostasy? It is taken from a German word isostasios, which means equally poised. Equally poised means if we just study about the earth, we find that many of the earth's features, they have got different altitudes, depths, but still they are balanced. Look around. On the earth's surface, we have the tall Himalayas, you have the deepest Mariana Trench, we have the plains, the plateaus. Everything is being equally balanced on the earth's surface. Okay, it is somewhere in the interior, just beneath the crust or within the crust itself, it is being balanced. How is such weight being balanced? That is the crux of the word isostasy. That is the concept of isostasy. Now, we won't be discussing about isostasy and what various geographers have given, for that matter what Sir George Airy has given, Sir Pratt has given, Hayford and Bowie has given with respect to the concept of isostasy, but I'll give you one cue which will help you get more marks, have an edge over others when you write an answer on isostasy. You need to introduce with how geographers came to know about a concept of isostasy, how they came to know that there might be something like isostasy. What the geographers were doing was that the geographers, they were finding the exact distance between latitude to get a good idea about the shape of the earth. So they were measuring the exact distance between two latitudes with the help of a plumb line. What is this plumb line? It's a string, a light string to which a very heavy iron object pointed downwards is attached. So a light string to which a very heavy pointed object pointing downwards is attached. So but obvious, because of gravity, this plumb would be pointing downwards. Fine. Now here is the concept of gravity. What Newton had given, Sir Newton had given, is that there is a force of attraction between any two bodies which depends on the mass of the bodies. So now if this plumb line is being attracted towards earth because of gravity, just imagine if I am in some hilly areas, mountainous region, Andes, Alps or the Himalayas. This plumb would also be attracted towards the mountains because you have a mass of the mountains also. So geographers felt that because of this attraction, there might be an error or there might be some changes in the gravity. So they calculated the change and found out that this should be the gravity in the mountains. And based on that gravity, the plumb line would be pointing downwards. But what they actually observed was that the gravity which was actually observed was different from what they had calculated. Now why is it so? So they started thinking, why is it so? And then they came across that the rocks of the mountains, they are lighter, they are less dense than the earth's crust. Why is it so? That was the question. And then they hit upon the concept of isostasy. This might be that the change in density might be because the earth wants to balance such a tall structure. Okay, and that gave rise to the concept of isostasy. Now, but obviously you cannot give this whole thing as an introduction in your answer, otherwise you won't have any time left for the major other part. But what I want you to write over here is that this anomaly between the calculated value and observed value, okay, this difference between the calculated value and observed value is known as Borger's anomaly. Okay, so be sure you mention this word, that it was because of the Borger's anomaly between the calculated value and the observed value of gravity in the mountainous region that geographers came across the concept of isostasy. So if you mention these words and then the rest of the isostasy concept follows, what different geographers have given, definitely you will fetch good marks. Fine. So in the next lecture, we'll be discussing about more such topics and how you can enhance your score. Thank you, everybody.